Yo, I know what you're here for. Let's get to that sports talk. And we back, baby. And we're way to tune in to Inside the Lines. I got my boy Vance in here. You know what's got your guy Dino, the 49ers guy. Sorry, we took the loss today. About to get right into that in just a second.
Hey, before we go,
to everybody who had it.
Before we get going, how was your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, good Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I had the greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, chicken, turkey, rat. You name it. On that goddamn plate. We had a lot going on that plate. What you had, man?
So basically, you were at church. Basically, you were at church. For me, turkey, potatoes, green beans,
everything was going
on. Mac and cheese, which is a staple of my family.
What is the tip? How many plates do you typically have throughout the whole Thanksgiving?
I don't ever go more than 2.
I might go 3 or 4. I might go 3. It depends on
that's what we had. That's what we have. We have turkey, mashed potatoes, green beans, casserole, stuffing. A staple in my household, we love mac and cheese.
Love mac and cheese? Hey, I mess with it.
My cousins, we went to their house so that my aunt made it. It was really good. The one thing I will say, I try not to do more than 2. I've done 3 before, but I try not to do more than 2 if I can help it. If I do more than 2, sometimes I end up feeling bad the next day.
Yeah. Hey, and what's the number one? What's the number one food that got to be on that plate, Vance? Y'all tell what's the number one? Turkey got to be on that plate. Respect it. You got to respect the tradition. Turkey got to be on that plate. But enough talk, enough said. Look what's going on. Shout out to everybody who had a good Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Christmas coming up. Hopefully y'all, you know what I'm saying, getting to y'all money on so y'all can get some Christmas going on.
Yeah.
35-10, the 49ers get blown out by the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. It looked like a blizzard out there. I mean, in the first half, it was kind of clear out there, and then it just became a total mess after that, after halftime or whatnot, and we had a blizzard out there.
Yeah. Something you said while we were getting ready is kind of perfect. McCaffrey's big run was kind of, if he would have stayed healthy, who knows? But his big run was like, I'm like, oh, we got a shot. Oh, he's hurt.
Yeah, man. Like soon as CMC went down, after that big run, it was kind of bad. I heard Jordan Mason is out too now. How do you feel about that? Just like I feel like the 49ers, when they have disaster seasons like this, because it doesn't look like y'all might. The thing is, the West still wide open. It's still wide open. Your division is still wide open. Y'all can still probably win some games and win it down the line. You got to start winning now, though.
I think we'll win next week.
Who y'all got next week?
Bears
next week. Yeah, that's a good that's an easy dub. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot going on in the treacherous Bears in Chicago. But
they have no coach.
It got cold out there, and it's been looking cold for Deebo Samuel. 20 total yards, 21 yards.
That one didn't shock me because I knew there wasn't going to be much throwing of the ball, so that didn't shock me. But it's
the last 2 games, though.
Oh,
because he had 20. He had 21 in the last 2 games and 20 in this game. So he's been on a little bit of a cold streak, and we know Deebo Samuel. To get Debo, you know how he do. You know he get the ball in, but it's cold outside.
The one thing with him, I remember in like 2019 or 2020, I'd said this at one point, and I can't really use it anymore. At one point, when he has the ball in his hands, he's so dangerous.
Yeah, he was dangerous as hell last year, but now you done had under 30 total yards in the last 3 games.
He's the main receiver, so we're all guarding him.
Yeah, he is the main receiver. Ayuk's out.
McCaffrey, no Jordan Mason. So like they all know where we're going. We're going to him.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad out there for you guys. And look, just look at the wind out here, y'all. Y'all look see what's going on out here. It just look crazy out there. It just look insane out there. Like, what the hell? But That crazy play that happened in that game, though, that we really need to talk about is Amari Cooper, Josh Allen, a little toss back.
Oh, he
That was
back
the craziest, one of the craziest plays I've ever seen. Let's see if we can see if they got that play down here. Let's look that up. But that was kind of crazy. How you feel about that play? Josh Allen, Amari Cooper said, I was wondering what he was doing over there. Cooper said, I figured he was over there because he wanted the ball, so I gave it to him. So it's basically just an instinct play with nothing drawn up.
Just good heads up football.
Good heads up football. Tossed it back to his MVP like he should. And that's what happened.
I think he can be league MVP this year. I'm not just saying that because he was my pick before the season. Before the season, we didn't know how this team would be, whether it was, again, they lost Steph, lost Gabe Davis. We thought they'd be worse. And you said a couple streams ago, they look better without Steph. Josh looks better.
Yeah, he does look way better. And there was your play right there. And the snow games in Buffalo, and you see they're making a $2 billion stadium. They're making it. Yeah, they're not putting a roof on it though. They're not caving it in, so they still So they still want their snow games.
Buffalo fans love the snow.
Buffalo fans love the snow.
I had family that used to live in upstate New York. People up there, the snow is like second nature to them.
And when you look at the plays of the year, one of these will pop up. I'm not saying this was the craziest because we do kind of see. It's not going to bring them up because the Bills play so good.
The weather props it up.
But we've seen this with Chiefs Travis Kelce. You know what I'm saying? He talks to back every game.
The reason I think something you said is fair. It'll be in the best plays of the year because the weather props.
The weather's so bad.
Yeah, the weather.
Yeah, it does.
If this was done and it was 60 degrees outside, that's not the same. But he's running in the snow. Yeah, the weather is the reason that was.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. The weather definitely. To do that in the type of weather and Josh Allen to catch it and him to dive with this one hand, they got some stick 'em on them gloves. You feel me? They got some sort of stick 'em on them gloves.
Go onto your Twitter. Go back onto X real quick. Look up Mac Hollins Stadium walk-in. The dude is out of his mind. Look, seriously, show the people.
Oh, yes, man. Boy barefoot. Oh, we looking up right quick.
You know what? My dad does it. My dad used to do it when he was an athlete. It's called grounding. You feel the earth below you, like it's a.
Yeah, they said
but he didn't do it. My dad didn't do it in -10 though.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm about to share right there.
That was nuts. So you did see that?
Yeah, I seen him come in, and I said to my wife, I said he looks like a Despicable Me villain.
He does.
He looks like what.
Start it over. Look at the guard walking by. Look at that. He's like, what is this dude doing? The guard right now. Right, yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna go back. Hold on.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Watch the guard.
You talking about the camera dude. Oh nah. You talking about this guy right here.
No, when he walks in the locker room, not that guard. The other one. You see him walking, and then
what is he doing out there, bro?
Right there, the guy in the yellow vest.
The guy in the yellow.
He's looking down like, what is he doing?
It's like, bro, do you not know it's fucking?
It's
-5 degrees outside, my guy.
5 degrees, snow.
What the hell is Mac Hollins doing?
And he caught a touchdown in the game, so I can't really fault his tactics.
Yeah. He did his thing in his game, and this is one of the touchdowns right here where he got the little toe tap, little good play right here. You know what I'm saying? Got his little feed in and whatnot going on. The Bills, Buffalo has won 7 straight back-to-back losses after the back-to-back losses to Baltimore and Houston. So since those back-to-back losses, Buffalo has won 7 straight, which is very good, and they look to take over the AFC. It's always them and the Chiefs. It's always going to be them and the Chiefs trying to take the number 1 spot in the AFC, and they will really need. It would be good for them to get a bye week, and who knows?
I think,
and that's a good question. Do you think that the Chiefs, who will win the AFC and get the bye week, the Chiefs or the Bills?
The Chiefs are going to get it because they're the defending champs, so I think they will get it. But I think if you're Buffalo, and I know the playoffs, the Chiefs are a different story. They always are, and I think everyone knows that. But I think the thing you and I both know is, as good as the Chiefs have been, it's not because of 15. And it's Chiefs fans, you can rip me all you want. You can clown me because of my hat, because you've beaten us twice. You're 11-1. It's not because of Mahomes. I'm sorry, it's not.
Yeah.
I feel you. Good this year. You can put him in the MVP vote. I'm not. He's not playing good this year.
I don't think Patrick Mahomes is an MVP vote, but when it comes down to it, he does win games. And
did you see what he is in Vegas? You see Vegas odds have him 4th.
Yeah.
How?
And the thing about it is because of his record. It's the record holding that up. I think it's the record. But
that's what I'm saying. But he's not the reason the record's good. He's not the reason.
Yeah. But I feel like Patrick Mahomes gets a lot of slack, even though his team has only one loss. Like, I feel like he shouldn't get the Chiefs shouldn't get that much blowover as they get. Yes, they haven't been playing like the other years they've been playing, but they still only have one loss, and they won the Super Bowl last year. So even we just have such a high standard on the Chiefs. If they do not win the Super Bowl, then they had a bad year. Or if they're not playing all right, then they have a bad year. No, they won the Super Bowl last year, and they only have one loss this year. Even if they lose, to me, I'm a Washington fan. Y'all know out there, bro. I've been waiting for this shit for 30 years. If we had a 11-win record with only one loss, and we say we lost in the playoffs in the first or second round, yes, I would be devastated. But it's okay, dude. Your team was 11-1, and a lot of teams don't get to that point. So I do think they get too much blowover for being not as good when they're playing. To me, y'all tell me in the chat how y'all feel, but that's just to me. Your mic's muted, Vance. Your mic's muted, Vance. Hey, but shout out to Josh Allen this play and Amari Cooper, like we talked about earlier. And once we get Vance back in there, we'll respond to whatever he's saying. Well, if y'all put y'all comments in the comment section, I am posting y'all comments on the screen. So wherever you comment, you post your question up. We will respond to every question that comes up or pops up as much as we can. Brock Purdy only 94 yards in this game. Jordan Mason. He comes in after Christian McCaffrey or whatnot. He gets 13 carries for 78 yards. Jennings, not a crazy game out of him, only 56 yards. Like I said, if your quarterback has 94 yards, then you kind of understand why he only has that. Josh Allen, 2 touchdowns, one crazy one right here. Had a crazy game, called for his coach to be coach of the year. Josh Allen definitely front runner in the MVP conversation, even though a lot of people put Saquon there after the Saquon beat the Ravens. Yes, that's a great win, and we'll get into that talk later. But Josh Allen is the quarterback, and you know they give it to MVPs to quarterback. We know that. I hear you. I hear you, Vance.
What?
I hear you, Vance.
Yeah, I think for me is I'm trying to figure out how I want to word this.
Let me pause this video.
The something that you said I think is really important, and that is the fact that regardless of what we think about the Chiefs, I think something you said is really important. You know, they get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, the Chiefs definitely get a benefit of the doubt for being some of you know what I'm saying, doing things that they really, because not a lot of teams get to that point. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a really good team to have that expectation to be bad,
To
even
get the
though you
benefit
have
of the
1 win
doubt,
on
you
your.
have to be a good team to even have the benefit of the doubt.
I'm still here.
No, I get you.
Yo.
I'm up. Yeah, I think the thing for me is, even Dino, you to get the benefit of the doubt, you have to be a great team. So I think you're spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be one of those
To
top
even
teams.
get the benefit, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the problem with a lot of things and teams. They thinking that, and that's just reporters too, though. Like when you got reporters talking all that stuff, they just be talking so to entertain people. My fault. Get my camera right.
I got some breaking news
Yeah,
here.
We got some breaking news or what?
I
What's
do.
going on? Hold on. Let's play it. Let's play the joint.
So we'll get back into the Buffalo Bills talk, but I just wanted to bring this to your attention. This is about your team. As of it was discussed 2 hours ago, it was now confirmed. The owner of the Washington Redskins, now called the Commanders, and NFL's Roger Goodell are currently meeting with Senate Leader John Toon to discuss renaming the team back to its original name and bringing back the old Redskins logo.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Now it's moving to Roger Goodell now, so it's kind of it looked like we might be the Redskins again, y'all. So
And you're gonna, and
hey,
that
that's
was
a
the
good
thing,
thing.
because you don't have you kept all your stuff, which is good.
Yeah, how y'all feel about that? We change it back to the Redskins or whatnot. I'm trying to get my
I
versus
like it personally. I
background,
think
but
the logo is dope.
well, the name too. Like we was always the Redskins, bro. Like what are we talking about? We was the Commanders. I never liked it. The Washington football team. I never liked it, but I do like the Commanders W, and I do like the jerseys. So
I am gonna go step away. I will be right back.
yeah,
I'll be right back.
but y'all know what we talking about here. We get into some football talk. Allen now has scored 247 career TDs, 186 passing, 59 rushing, and 2 receiving to break a Hall of Famer Jim Kelly's franchise record for the Bills. Josh Allen went off in this game. He got to be the MVP to me. And he said McDormand is the coach of the year. I don't agree with none of that. I don't agree with none of that stuff that's going on. But because it's a lot of, I think Tomlin could get the coach of the year. Y'all tell me in the chat. Can Tomlin get the coach of the year? Will O'Connell get coach of the year? I think that whoever gets it, but you cannot. Josh Allen is the best. Josh Allen is one of the best. You gotta, yeah, he's one of the best. CMC injured, Jordan Mason injured, which is crazy. I don't understand why any of these guys are injured the way they are, especially CMC after missing almost the whole first half of the year. And then now you come back, you hit your knee on the ground and it's over. Like, what is your nutrients? I walk, run, work every day, and I ain't got, maybe I need to get an MRI. Something might be wrong with my knee. I might have did something to my PCL or my ACL. I just don't get it. Yes, it's cold outside. We're not running at full speed. We're not knocking around day by day. But, bro, there's no way CMC should be injured as much as he is, bro. And that actually changed the game, because after that little 53-yard or whatever it was, little 30, 40-yard burst coming out the gate, it really was crazy. But starting of this game, you had a lot of people coming out, taking the snow off. They was paying $20 an hour to get the snow off the field and handing out food. Y'all tell me if y'all will shovel the snow for y'all stadium for $20 an hour in a blizzard like this. Seems like everybody did a good job too. I mean, they cleared that out. You see that in kind of high speed motion going on here. They did a good job getting the field right, taking their stuff off there and getting ready for the game. But yeah, they crazy for doing that. They crazy for me for that. I'm not doing any of that. You got that. I'm not. It's too damn cold. When it's too damn cold, it's too damn cold. That's just to me. But Vance will be back in a second, and we can go over some of the games throughout the week. You know, I got to talk about my Commanders Titans. Y'all stay for the Commanders Titans talk coming up. You know, we had to handle business. We handled business. Then later in the show, we'll talk about more games: Eagles, Ravens. Will the Chiefs 3-peat? They lock in their division, so they're making the playoffs. Either yeah. We got a lot going on in this show. Y'all stay tuned. Stick with us as Vince will be coming back in a second. Deebo Samuel, they got to get rid of one of these guys. Deebo Samuel having 21 yards in the last 2 games, 20 yards in this game. How y'all feel about Deebo Samuel? Should he be traded? Should Ayuk be traded? They got too many guys being injured. What are they feeding these guys throughout the day? You have meetings, you got training camp. Who is their nutritionist? Who is they? You know, y'all make too much money to be out for the game and out for y'all fans, and now they got to worry about not knowing where the hell they going. But shout out to all the people who came out and shoveled their snow. We got some super fans there. Look crazy up in Buffalo. I ain't gonna lie. They didn't get everything. Like, look at these. Just imagine for this ticket, and your shit got snow all in the seat. At least in the new stadium, you need heated seats. Bring heated seats into the building to where it's melting at least, bro. Because that's kind of crazy, bro. That's kind of crazy. I'm not. Hell no. How y'all feel about this Bills win? Josh Allen MVP, Saquon MVPs. Is Lamar still in that mix? Even with the loss they took to them, a lot going on here. They had little. I want to go to a Bills snow game, y'all. I need to go to a Bills snow game, even though all that's the game snow. I live in Virginia, so we get a lot of some snow, but not as much as the Bills. But snow angels for everybody. Y'all know what happens. Snow angels for everybody. And they having so much fun. James Cook, he had a good game in that at that time. Like, what the hell? No, bruh. No, bruh. No. No, bruh. Like I said, Vance will be coming back in just a second. I think he ran to the bathroom. But Deebo Samuel, ice cold. Josh Allen, MVP, 10-35. The 49ers are out of it. I think the 49ers won't even win a division. Yes, if the Cardinals are at the top of your division, there is another chance or many chances they will win this division. But at the same time, I don't want to see them in there. I'm an NFC guy, and I do not want to verse the 49ers if there's a chance to keep one of the better teams out of the playoffs, because we know what they do when they're healthy. They will run over guys, and I don't want to see that if my team is making the playoffs. There we go. We got my boy Vance back, but we'll be moving on from this segment. We'll be moving on from this segment. Like I said, a CMC PCL injury. He will be out for the rest of the season. It has been confirmed.
Knee injury.
Ankle injury. So
knee injury.
Be out for a extensive amount of time. And Trent Williams, prayers up for Trent Williams as
his daughter, yeah.
he lost his daughter. I think after being newborn. So send y'all prayers out to Trent Williams if y'all comment on one of his posts. If y'all see him outside, you know what I'm saying. Give him some love because I wouldn't.
It's hard to go through that.
You don't know how anything. You don't know how anything feels until it happens. You know, because you would think it could not happen to you, and it happens to you, and then.
And you're a dad, so you know all, and you would know better than anybody how that would feel.
Yeah,
you're a dad.
Yeah, and I'm a dad myself. I got a son, so anything like that happening, I couldn't imagine. Not to the kiddios, man, and definitely not to Trent Williams, who was looked to be a new father and his wife. So shout out his family. All condolences out to Trent.
They need it. Prayers up for them.
Yeah. Show some love, but it's a lot going on around the 49ers organization. A lot of stuff going on. I mean, it's been from the start to finish. We had Ricky Pearsall being shot. I mean, you got the injury to CMC.
Ward's daughter.
Devarius Ward's daughter. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of outside things. I feel like this season and that internally that they can't control, and it's starting to spiral out of nowhere. But hopefully the 49ers, maybe they can make it back. I hope they don't. I'm an NFC guy, and in the conference, like I was telling them, Vance, while you were gone, if you could keep a team out of the playoffs, like a team like the 49ers, because we know what they could do when they're healthy. They beat every team.
You know this. You know this better than You don't have to deal with it, but you know this. When healthy, or even if they make the playoffs, they can beat anybody.
They could beat anybody. So that's why I'm cool with CMC and not CMC. I'm cool with the 49ers being out of the playoffs if they do not make the playoffs this past year. Commanders, we destroyed these guys. Whipped him out of the building, and I'm expecting this from my team. I was expecting this last week. This is what we should have done to the Dallas Cowboys when we were versing the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, I get it, guys. I know what you're going to say. It's a division game. It was a tough game. That's what happens when you play your division. Everything just doesn't go right, and everything went wrong in that game. I was up at that game. If you check that video out, and shout out to all y'all that's been subscribing, that have been watching my last videos. Over 4,000 on the Commanders Cowboys video. Awesome. Over 4,000 on the Eagles Commanders video. So y'all go check that out. Keep watching these videos, and as I'll be going to more games in the future. But 42-19, Terry McLaurin, 2 touchdowns in this game. He's top 3 in receiving yards. When Jaden Daniels gets it to Terry McLaurin, all magic is loose. That's when our team is at our best. When Brian Robinson is going, when Jaden Daniels is going, when he can get it to Zach Ertz, when you can get it to these type of caliber players that you should be getting it to, and that they should be going on. Noah Brown leaves them in the middle of this game. Don't know if we were going to get him back, but we need some receivers. But get it to your top receiver. If you know your receivers on the outside are not that good, just get it to Terry. Get it to your boy. Find a way to get it to your boy. Get him going early, and we win games. And it's a proven fact. In the All Blacks, we are 2 here.
I think something you said is really important, and you said this in previous streams. The best teams find a way to get the ball to their best players.
Yes, and when we've been getting the ball to our best players, you win the games. When we haven't, we lost 3 straight. Check Terry's stats in the last 3 games. Other than that magical play down that sideline, the 2 games before the Cowboys game, Terry was not getting the ball, and Brian Robinson didn't play that well. Now in this game, we go against the Titans. Yes, it's the Titans, and the 3 teams that would either have Travis Hunter or Shedeur Sanders will be the Titans, Raiders, or the Giants. Those are the
maybe 3 Cowboys, or you think they're too good?
Unless it could be the Cow. I don't think it's going to be the Cowboys because
I think for some reason they
messed it up for themselves.
I think they also re-signed McCarthy.
Oh my gosh!
I really do. I
heard about that. I heard about them talk that it's not out of the question if McCarthy gets a job. Hey, look, resign McCarthy. Yay.
Yeah.
I'm a Commanders fan. You resign McCarthy, that would be the best thing to us you've ever done.
The only way it would work
thing
is if you change quarterbacks, and they're not going to do that.
Yeah, that's the only way it's gonna work. I don't know why my virtual background is not working, but it's okay. We just keep going with it. Jaden Daniels had almost 4 total TDs, 1 to Ertz, rushing. Brian Robinson gets in there on 40-yard burst. I mean, we had a lot going on, man, in this game. And then Rodriguez, he was cut. They added him to the practice squad because Austin Eckler sadly on our IR.
Okay? He looked. I think I sent you that. He was laying there unresponsive at one point. Is he okay?
Yeah, he got a concussion. We'll talk about some concussions coming up here. Y'all stay tuned. Talk about the Trevor Lawrence hit, suspension. Y'all know what's going on. Stay tuned in. We still got a lot of stuff going on in this one. But Austin Eckler on IR. They bring in Alexander, and he comes in 83 yards and a touchdown. I think, and the question is, did the Washington play good or did the Titans play bad? I think Washington played good. We came out the gate and did what we needed to do. First drive, touchdown. Second drive, touchdown. Third drive, touchdown. Put them out their misery before they even think they have a chance to even win this game. I think if we put the Cowboys out their misery, because we had a block kick, we had a block punt in that game, we had a fumble in that game, we had an interception in that game, we had a lot of going on in that Cowboys win to where we could have been up by 50 points and just could not figure out a way to score, could not figure out a way to get it to Terry McLaurin, and could not figure out a way to get the rushing game going. And as we got the rushing game going, we got Terry going, and now we get a win. We got 8 wins, and I'm good at 8 wins. My goal this year was at least 10 wins. At least 10 wins gets you guaranteed in the playoffs, to me. I think if you get the 10 wins, you get in the playoffs.
Yes, it gets you above 500 is, I think, 3 over. I think if you don't win, which I think you will, wild card.
Yeah, exactly. So they went into going in a week 13 bye week. This is the latest bye week. I think this probably, I don't know how many teams have had a bye week, but I know we're the latest.
One.
Have to be the latest.
And
we really needed one to get healthy. Hopefully we get Marshawn Lattimore whenever he comes in and plays for us. We didn't had him on the team for a couple weeks. Yes, we knew he was dealing with a hamstring before he came in, but I didn't think it was this bad. I thought this guy would have been on the field. Benjamin St. Juice, I'm going to give him some love because he played good in this game, because we take out Benjamin St. Juice every time he plays bad. So we're going to give him his flowers as he played good in this game, and hopefully we get Lattimore in there and we can down the stretch. And then we got because we got the Eagles, got the Cowboys again. We got the Falcons coming up after a horrible loss they took in with Kirk Cousins. I don't know. He's downhill. Vance. Know what's going, and that's just been Kirk Cousins' go-to, his mojo, his brand name. It's just not. Sometimes it goes really well with Kurt, and sometimes it just goes really bad. It's this. It's either you like that or you don't like that. And right now, we don't like that, Kirk Cousins. We don't like that.
Historically, you've liked it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know historically, because he played for our team, 2 years, 3 years? Eagles versus the Ravens. The Eagles get it done, beat the Ravens. Saquon Barkley has 2 wins against the Ravens. The only 2 NFC teams the Ravens have lost to, it's been Saquon Barkley. That's his 2 losses have been to Saquon Barkley and Justin Tucker. Do you think they move on from Justin Tucker? Is it time to move on from him? Is it
Can they afford to?
Like, say, take the money out of it. Take the money out of it. Do you consider moving on from Justin Tucker. I mean, you might have.
So you're saying money's no issue.
Money's no issue. Say money's no issue. This guy's losing games for you. I mean, he has lost at least 3 games for this team. And as I check the stats here, it hasn't been good for the Ravens. 5 losses are by combined 22 points this season. Justin Tucker has 22 points worth of missed kicks with the Ravens. So
they'd be undefeated. 5 losses
are combined 22 points. In those 5 losses,
they'd be undefeated.
Justin Tucker has all 22.
They would be undefeated. Yeah.
So take the money out of it. Should Justin Tucker be in consideration of moving on for him?
I think money-wise, money not an issue. He should be. Realistically, he's not going to.
He feel like he cost the team. He did cost the team. He makes those 3 field goals in that game. They win that game.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
It definitely was on him. As I see it, he has won y'all a lot of games. As I see it, his value, it's not like Justin Tucker. It's not like Justin.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not like Justin Tucker wants to miss these kicks.
No, he's not trying to.
Exactly. He's not trying to miss these kicks, but they're just missing. And coming into this season, guess what Justin Tucker was? The most accurate kicker in the football league. So he was the best kicker in NFL.
You might not know this. You might not know what this is. It's a baseball thing. Do you know what yips are?
I don't know what they are, but I will hint it probably has something to do with like throwing the ball too many times and his arm starting to go out.
Yips in sports are when you have like a hitch, or like say you're swinging the baseball bat and you like do this weird, like it's a hitch, or when you're pitching and you have a weird thing that you do, it's called yips. I've had them before. Every baseball player's had them at some point. I've had them before. Where you get you're in your own head too much is basically what it is. It's a really big baseball term. Yeah. He might be in his own head.
He might be in his own head. I definitely agree with that. He probably because it's a momentum thing. When you are missing, he's probably off. You know what I'm saying? You're missing.
Is he missing the same way? Is he missing left or right? Does it matter? Is he missing the same way?
A lot of them have been to the left. As I think about it, I think he's missed.
So that might be a yip, because if you're missing the same way,
and then I will put it
because yips in baseball mean you're doing the same thing wrong every time. If he's missing left, he might have yips going left. You don't know,
because to me, I feel like he didn't won y'all a lot of games. I get that right now, y'all need him to make these. Like I said, 22 combined points and losses, all 22 to Justin Tucker. You got to put in consideration of benching him maybe, and then maybe giving him a spark to come back, just like an Anthony Richardson thing. Maybe he goes on the bench and then bring him back in later in the season, and then he starts streaking it up. But as of right now, I think it is in his head, bro. He's been missing a lot. He doesn't want to cost his team any more losses. He said it himself after this game that he cost his team. So at this point, it has to be a head.
I like that he's aware of it.
Oh, you got, because a lot of people wouldn't be aware of it, aka Zach Wilson. You remember Zach Wilson went up that year?
I like that he's aware of it.
Yeah, and he was like,
"Nah." He's putting it on himself.
Yeah, at least he is putting it on himself. Saquon Barkley did his thing in this game, yo. Let's check me out some stats. Check me out some stats. Saquon over 100 yards in this game. Outplayed Derrick Henry with 85 in this game. Had a touchdown to really seal it. When it comes down to the fourth quarter, they know how to get it to their best player, and their best player is Saquon. Devontae Smith still on the sideline for them. He's still very hurt. A.J. Brown, he's up and down. You don't want to give him the ball too much because he's a guy that could be hurt too. So Saquon is their guy. Just Jalen Hurts, honestly, I think with Jalen Hurts, Saquon is kind of saving him. Not gonna lie, he has had his better games with Saquon Barkley, and as it's been talked about with the Giants, when Saquon Barkley was with the Giants and Daniel Jones, both of them played good off each other. That's the reason why they won a playoff game. That's the reason why they played well in that year. So when it got down to it, and it was pay Daniel Jones or pay Saquon, and you decide to get rid of Saquon, and you know Daniel Jones is not that great by himself.
I don't mean to hit someone while they're down because Daniel Jones just got released.
Yeah, he just got released.
He wasn't the reason to be nice in the nicest way possible. DJ was not the reason they won that playoff game.
Yeah,
Saquon was.
Saquon definitely was. And speaking of Saquon versus Derrick Henry, what the hell? You getting dropped by Cooper DeJean? What happened? Derrick, you got to run it. I would say this leverage did get him because as he caught the ball, Cooper DeJean did hit him right when he got
the leverage was leverage was going that way.
Yeah, so it's not like Derrick Henry was running with the football on a handoff and coming straight at him. It was more like catch and tackle. So I will give it that, but I was not expecting him to put him on his helmet. He put him on his helmet. He put him on his helmet. That was kind of crazy.
Be honest. Was anyone expecting that?
Nah, I know I wasn't expecting that. And like I said, Saquon is definitely helping him. Jalen Hurts, 11 for 19, 118 yards and a touchdown. 118 yards, usually from a quarterback, it's really not that good. That's backup stats.
I don't mean
when your running back is running like this with 107, 23 carries.
I want to say something, and you might call me crazy or you might agree. What has been Jalen Hurts? What has been the biggest thing for him? What's made him successful? I'm asking this, but the answer has nothing to do with him.
His team around him.
Running game.
His team around him. He has a good lot of. He has a great weapons around him.
2022 Super Bowl. DeAndre Swift.
Right.
Not that Jalen Hurts isn't good because he is.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is a leader. He's a good leader. He has his team that, like I said, whether you like it or not, even when they didn't have Saquon Barkley, it's not like these guys weren't in the Super Bowl. It's not like these guys weren't winning hella games. So you got to give respect where respect is due. But Saquon Barkley is helping him a lot, chat. And y'all know it. Y'all know it. More stuff going on here. We could get into the Steelers Bengals game as they get a dub here, as they move on. I think they got the 9 wins now, 10 wins for the Steelers. So they
around there, yeah.
Let Russ cook. He's really cooking. He's really cooking.
14 yards.
But Lamar Jackson's mom cusses him out. He says it on the podium that his mom cussed him out. It's a lot of wrestling that Lamar didn't take. Is Lamar resorting to passing a little bit too much here? Is he?
I think he might need to because Derek can't do it all every game. He might need to, honestly.
That's a good point.
Not that he should, but he might need to.
Yeah, that's a good point. You want to put too much on Derek. I mean, he.
Here's the thing. Can you afford to?
Yeah, because if he goes down,
what do you have?
I'm not sure. What do you go to? I mean, they got a lot of receivers now. They didn't trade it for Deontay Johnson, who had 0 snaps in this game. What did you even trade for him for if you're not even putting him on the football field? I mean,
who's the backup running back? I don't know.
Like, you tell me, Vance. Like, why do you even trade for a guy that you're not even going to throw the ball to? Is it a personal issue? Maybe there's a personal issue now that he's not getting the ball. You know the reason why the Steelers got rid of him, and now the Panthers got rid of him because he's probably not a team guy. When the shit is going bad, it hits when stuff starts to hit the fan. He's probably a guy when stuff starts to hit the fan that
Yeah.
he might not want to be there, and he probably fits into that jumping off the bandwagon. So he might
Yes.
be that type of guy. Not saying I know him personally, but hey,
I think something you
Aaron
just
Henry,
said is.
yeah,
I think what you just said is absolutely valid.
yeah,
There's
definitely
a
valid.
reason he's mad, and there's a reason why.
Yeah, and he's probably mad that he's not getting the football and he's not getting the ball enough. But here you go. This was the dagger right here, bro. I thought that the Ravens would have went and scored at least a field goal or went down and scored a touchdown to maybe have another chance to stop him and get a second possession. But as we've seen all year, like you can see on this play, they finished games. They finished games the way they want to finish games, and that give it the ball to Saquon. If we're up, hey, look, give the ball to Saquon. When is the last time we lost the game and Saquon ain't went off? Let's just give it to Saquon. Let's just give it to Saquon. And that's what they're going to keep doing. Like I said, Saquon is one of those guys where he got picked second overall, and the potential he has, he's going to get it out the gate. He's going to go crazy. So, hey, I know he's a type of guy that needs to go crazy and type of superstar in this league that will go crazy. But if you give him too many carries,
It
like
gets too
CMC,
predictable.
he will not too predictable. No, because we've seen a backwards hurdle. Saquon is never predictable. Don't agree with that. But he is a type of guy who will get
No,
injured.
I mean, like, predictable is a wrong word. They might be looking for him.
He's the guy that will get hurt. And I
Yes.
don't wish no injuries on nobody. But if you give him the
we don't
ball
wish.
way too much, he has dealt with some injuries.
And
CMC,
running back is a position. Running back is a position historically, and you're going to agree with this because it's proven fact. Running backs historically, they always get hurt. Not named Emmitt Smith because that dude never ran into contact. But like running back, if you're a running back in the league, you're going to get hurt.
yeah, you're right. You're
That's
right.
just the
It
worst
takes so
thing
much
about it.
contact. And that's the thing about Derrick Henry. They as much contact he takes behind in the backfield, he's still one of the guys that will probably lead the league in rushing. Maybe Saquon takes that crown though. But these two teams, we thought if they get a serious running back, they could be definitely in a Super Bowl together. Think about it. When Derrick Henry went to the Ravens and they already got Lamar, you already got Mark Andrews, you already got Ricard, Isaiah Likely, Justin Tucker. He's still the best kicker. Not talking about now, but still the best kicker coming in. And then you trade for him, Derrick Henry. We like, oh, that's Super Bowl caliber team. Eagles, you got AJ Brown, you got Devontae Smith, you got Goddard, you got some dogs on this team. And now you add Saquon Barkley, they might be going to the Super Bowl. So I still think the Ravens are still a Super Bowl caliber team. They got a lot of things to fix. It's a lot of the lanes that Lamar Jackson is not taking. This is probably the year that Lamar, because I would have to look at the stats. As much rushing or passing has he done between the last couple years? I think he has more passes than he does have rushing. I ain't gonna cap. But
No, I
he's
think
not
you're right
taking
about
lanes,
that.
not doing what he did in Louisville. He's not doing what he did his first year in the NFL. And he's damn sure not doing what he has been doing the first weeks of the season to where he's been going off. But he still got those MVP stats. He probably at 3 now. Saquon probably could take that spot up there. But this is me. I got Josh Allen. I got Saquon. I got Lamar Jackson right now.
Lamar's as low as 3. You can't be lower.
Yeah, no lower than 3. And after 3, you're kind of out of it. I don't like to hear top 5. There's only one reward, and if you're not in the top 3, you definitely not getting it. There's no chance of you getting it. That's why at the Heisman campaigns, I think they only bring 3.
They
only bring
5. They nominate 5. 3 go.
3 go. So after 3, kind of out of the question. You're really not going to win it at all. There's not a high percent chance for you to be ranked at the odds at 5 and you actually win the MVP. No, that's never been done. It's never probably going to happen, and never will happen. So, nah. Let's move on. Steelers, they get a W in this one. Let me see. 44-38. It's sad now. Between the Bengals, between the Bengals being putting up, because I need to see how many points these guys put up, Vance. These guys put up so many points to lose, bruh. It don't make no sense.
They're
Look,
like the
Jamar
Niners.
Chase,
They're just consistently unlucky.
and if Burrow will have a good record, if he has a good record, his ass will be in the MVP conversation. That's for a fact.
And the funniest thing is, Burrow's not. And the worst thing about it is, Burrow's not even playing bad.
He's not. He's not. The offense is not playing bad. It's that sorry ass defense. For you to allow 44 points is crazy. 44 points.
But Russ cooked, bro.
Russ
414 yards. He went off.
Yeah. Tell him, Vance. George. There's a lot going on in
what happened? Okay,
in
the
football
Pickens
world.
situation. I want your input on that.
Like I said, Tomlin said he need to grow up. I think too. Like, why are you kicking the ball? You already know they're not gonna allow you to do this. Put your gun in the air and stuff like that. Nobody want to see you do that. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You need to grow up. But getting back into it though, Bengals. It's crazy to see these guys be out of it this early. Like, these are the guys that can beat the Chiefs.
It's weird to say that.
It is. It's weird. It's a weird thing to say because these type of guys don't usually get beat this early or taken out in the AFC. They're usually that team to be there to beat the team that's the great team, and that's the Chiefs. Yes, it's only been a couple of times, but they've done it. But it's not looking good for the Bengals. 23-7, as you can see, the Steelers had dominated the Bengals in their last 30 games, 23-7.
Dang.
18 straight years of being have a winning record for Mike Tomlin, which is insane. And I think he only trails Lambeau by like 4 seasons. I think it's like 20.
Who is this? Your mic's muted. Who is this? Hey, your mic's muted. Yeah, there you go.
Hello.
You're good. Who does he trail, you said? If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's Vince Lombardi. I think Vince Lombardi has 23 straight seasons, and then Mike Tomlin has 18. And I think Bill Belichick has 19. So he's one behind Bill Belichick, and he's a couple behind. I think like 4 or 5 behind Lombardi. But they doing their thing. Sorry, my throat is dry.
Oh, you're good.
How you feel about this Russ cooking? Kind of talk to the chat a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead. For me, I think earlier in the year, you and I had said something along the lines of, Russ, you're fighting for your NFL life, act like it. And he's kind of accepted that, and he's going off. I wouldn't be shocked if by the end of the year he's getting MVP consideration. Or love, at least. That's me. I don't know about you, Dino. I think by the end of the year, he may get some love. I really believe that.
Yeah, he should get some love, most definitely.
He's
Coach of the year, most definitely. Yeah, I
yeah. I
think.
mean, I agree with that. Or Sean. I think he'll be in there. Sean Payton will be in there. Your coach will be in there.
Are you surprised that the Steelers are cooking like this? Like
No, they've been missing a good quarterback for a couple years. They've had all the pieces. Again, I go to school in Pennsylvania, so I hear a lot of it. And everything that I heard was, we have a great team. We're just missing the guy at quarterback. They now have the guy. I am not shocked whatsoever.
Right. What?
No,
Because they had Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
They had Mason Rudolph. Those guys are terrible. Those guys weren't ever good. I never thought Kenny Pickett was good. I never thought it. I'm sorry. Even because you knew he was a guy from Pitt, homegrown,
local kid.
So they had much love down there for Kenny Pickett. And here's one of the things that George Pickens, because we were talking about that George Pickens during the game. You can't do this, dude. He always doing something. You can't do this. But it is a rivalry. I expect things to get heated. I actually think the league is just getting softer and softer. Yes, I don't agree with the college with Arizona State put the thing inside the in the middle of the field, the flags being put in the middle of the field with the fighting and stuff like that. I don't want that to kind of happen, but it's a rivalry.
It might come to that though.
Get heated.
But it might come to that. That's the worst part.
But if you're the only person doing something stupid like George Pickens, then it's kind of like you just look like a clown.
Yeah, whole team I get. If it's one guy.
If it's one guy doing just naggy, dumb shit, then it's like you just look stupid. You just look like a clown.
They're going to call you out on that, yeah.
They're going to call you out on that. Start to grow up. Like, grow up. And like I said, some of these plays I didn't see because I didn't watch a lot of this game.
Yeah.
Right. 51 has been so good. I don't know what his name is. He is like that. He is like that. Next game. Let's go to the next game. Let's start to move on here. Aaron Rodgers admits that some of the games that they lose is because of him. They were up to about 14.
No, really?
Seahawks. Yeah. He finally admits that he was wrong. Aaron Rodgers. Do you give him the benefit of the doubt? Is it the Jets' fault that that they're so bad? Is it his fault? Whose fault is it why the Jets are so bad? And is it time and is it time to move on from Aaron Rodgers, and where will he go?
For me, it's a little bit of the too little, too late type stuff. You should have done it earlier.
He should have been saying this. He should have been saying this
earlier. Yeah. The one thing for me is the one thing that soured me on him this season. You called out your own teammate. We get it. He ran the wrong route. We understand that. But you don't need to tell it. We can see it with our own eyes. You don't need to call your teammate out.
Yeah.
There's a reason these guys don't want to play with you. There's a reason you have one.
You talking about Mike Williams.
There's a reason you have one ring. There's a reason Brady has 7.
You're right. I'm with you on that. But Jets are very disappointing. They go with one of those teams like the Bengals, on which we thought you were going to be really good. They get Devontae Adams at the trade deadline. You bring in Lazard. You bring in Mike Williams. You have Garrett Wilson. You already got Quinnen Williams. You got all these guys, bro, that are dogs. And it makes no sense for them to be as bad as they are. After Saleh, they didn't. How many wins do they have right now? 4? 3 wins?
3-9, yeah.
They only got 1 win since they fired Saleh. Do you know that?
He wasn't the issue. We already talked. You and I both know that. We both talked about that. We agreed. He was not the problem.
And that's due to the owner going rogue. They did not know they were going to fire Robert Saleh. He didn't consult that with anybody. They did not know they were going to fire. I think it was somebody else.
In a roundabout way, you could say Aaron Rodgers is the owner.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is the owner of everything. Aaron Rodgers feels like he cost them that game. Who's that guy that ran down the sideline, big D tackle with the longest big man play in history?
I know what you're talking about. I forget though.
I think he actually played for the Jets or the Giants. I think he played for the Giants. I forget who his name is.
I forget the guy's name.
But Jets but the big man, he runs down there. Let's see if we can find that play for y'all. Pull it up here and kind of give our reaction, bro. But Titans head coach, he might be fired. I mean, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad for Mike Vrabel when he left. Since then, they really haven't been good. Since Derrick Henry,
I think the thing you and I both know is
I kind of expected.
And I think the thing you and I both know is Mike Vrabel is a good coach.
Hey, Kenner's the dog. He always been good.
Yeah.
You see Aaron Rodgers, he put out a block. He tried to block somebody.
I did see that.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was expecting from that one though.
They say listen. Man. Yeah. I think he got one of Devontae Adams. It was a pretty good play. But it's not Aaron Rodgers' fault right there. Somebody should have caught that. What DB makes a good play though. Oh, Leonard Williams, 90 yards. Boom, right here, baby.
Oh, it was on the Jets.
That was pretty bad.
It was on the Jets. That sucks.
Yeah, he played for the Giants. I'm pretty sure he played for the Giants.
Seahawks. He just did it.
Yeah, he plays. I know he's on the Seahawks, but he played for the Giants. He played for a New York team before they played for the Seahawks.
I think you meant he did it like on their team, did it while he played for him. My bad.
And that's like the comeback. That was the start of the comeback right there. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure after this play they probably either took the lead or they tried. Yeah, they brought it back. That was the start of it. 14-21. Aaron Rodgers could be done for the season earlier than should be. It's been announced that he wants to play next year and doesn't want to play for the Jets. So this will probably be Aaron Rodgers' last year.
It might be last year, not even by choice.
Not even might, but I think he's done this year. And then I don't know.
He might be out of a job. He might be out of a job, sadly, because of his own doing.
Honestly, if either one of these teams can't get some of these good quarterbacks coming out, Raiders, Giants, another team who needs a quarterback, maybe even Panthers, but Bryce Young has had a resurgence. It's a couple teams out there. Maybe even y'all have some injuries sometimes. Maybe Kyle Shanahan says, "Hey, look, Aaron Rodgers. We almost took Tom Brady when he was getting old. Aaron Rodgers could do a lot of things here. Boom, boom, boom.
He grew up in the Bay too, yeah.
But Brock Purdy, it seems like he has that job locked up. The record is pretty bad, but it's a lot of stuff going on around y'all. A lot of stuff going around y'all team that really barring him from that. But hey, that's a crazy game. But let's finish off with our prediction for tonight. Browns versus Broncos tonight. Who we got going for this game? Who is going to be the difference maker?
I gotta go Bo Nix. I have to. I have to. I can't go elsewhere.
Bo Nix has to do something tonight. because they talk about Bo Nix might get it now. Jaden Daniels I think Jaden Daniels has sealed it with that game he played, but
I don't for one reason. It's gonna be close, but Bo Nix is leading in completion percentage, and he has less interception.
No,
there's a thing I read, like Bo's leading in more categories than Jaden. Jaden has more big
No,
throws.
he's not. No, it's not. Jaden Daniels leads in rushing
yards.
yards. He leads in passing yards. He leads in TDs, total TDs.
I sent it to you.
If these are the only three stats that matter: wins, total TDs, rushing yards, and passing yards. And Jaden Daniels leads in all that. He leads in all of that. And it's not even close in passing. It's not even close. In rushing yards, not even close. There's like 3 running backs above Bo Nix in rushing. He's a dual threat.
Well, the things I'm seeing here, it says the passing altogether, right here, on percentage from 20. Yeah, it was Daniels is on target from 25 plus. It's actually crazy because Nix is 63, Daniels is 67. The one thing I will say is, and I've sent this to you. Let me find it. Let me pull up what I had here.
Okay, I got it right here, side by side.
Is it the one I sent to you?
But no, this is like a real stat lined up side by side right here. It's online. It's called Fantasy Pros. It says Bo Nix leads in completions 259 to Jaden Daniels 252 completions, which is very close. That's basically similar. Attempts 399 to 362. So he's leading in throwing attempts. Passing percentage, basically the same. Jaden Daniels is above him 69.6. Bo Nix is 64.9. Passing yards, 2,819 to Bo Nix's 2,548. So he's leading. He's leading Bo Nix by at least 300 to 400 yards passing, and Bo Nix has more attempts passing than him and more completions than him. So let's think about that. 16 TDs for Bo Nix. He leads only one over Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels has 15. They're tied in interceptions 6-6. Sacks. Jaden Daniels has been sacked 29 times. Bo Nix has been sacked 19. So he's taking more sacks.
I think him being more of a dual threat will cause that, though.
Yeah. Fantasy points, quarterback wise, Jaden Daniels is number 2. Bo Nix is number 7.
I don't really play fantasy, so I don't know what that means for me. Because I don't really play that. That's just me, though. I don't play it, though.
It just means he's been playing good in game. The fantasy is just basically in game stats that result in points for your team to win. But Bo Nix is leading. Bo Nix is leading in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stat lines. Jaden Daniels is leading in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, 10 stats.
All that was to say it won't be. All that was to say it will be close.
No, all that was to say that Jaden Daniels is the rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year, and
we don't know that yet because
will be the offensive rookie of the year,
dude.
Right here.
Again, I'm telling you, I'm looking at it. You act like I don't have eyes. I can see it.
Right
everything
here.
You just read, everything that you've said to me, you said the stats are similar, and then you're like, but then you're telling me
unless Bo Nix goes crazy tonight. And that's what we're arguing.
You literally read it and said to me, "Oh, their numbers are similar," and then you're like, "Jaden's that much better." It's like, no, you just said their stats are similar. You just said that.
I said some of them are similar. Like I said, so Bo Nix has more completions.
That doesn't mean anything.
Then Oh, so that's what I'm saying. So what you're not looking at is Bo Nix has more completions, but has 400 less passing yards than Jaden Daniels. That's bad.
Here's the thing.
That's bad.
As someone
that's bad. That's worse.
As someone with whose team has a 7th round quarterback, you really wanted to get and with no players, you really want to get into the whole weapons discussion because you'd lose that in a second. Your guy has more weapons. Bo Nix has. But okay, I got a question for you. Not named
Terry
Marvin
really doesn't have crazy weapons. He has Terry, and that's it. Bo has Cortland Sutton, and that's it.
There's a saying they have in Denver because I have some friends that are Denver fans. Yeah, Cortland Sutton and cross your fingers. You have Noah Brown. Noah Brown is I'm an Ohio State guy.
Noah Brown is not that great.
I'm not
he is
saying
not
he's
that
great. Did I say you? I'm just saying I'm an Ohio State guy. The kid came out and he can catch. Ohio State's known for their receivers, are they not?
Known for their receivers,
McLaurin,
but Noah Brown wasn't. Noah Brown was tough, but we're talking about against little puppies, little boys, not big guys.
Terry's
talking about in the NFL. Noah Brown in the NFL has been decent.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Cortland Sutton and cross your fingers. That's why I think the one thing that I will say with Rookie of the Year, you know who should get some love but is not going to? I like him personally. Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers has been tough these last couple of weeks. I'll shout out to that comment from
He's
Vance.
not going to win it. He's a receiver. It's a quarterback award. He's not going to win it. He should be in the consideration though, because he's going off with that team.
He definitely should.
With that team.
Yeah, he definitely should.
What are the Raiders? How bad? I got a serious question before we get out of here. How bad would they be without him? I'm seriously asking.
They're already pretty bad, so they'll probably be way worse.
Would they be without him?
Like I said, you really can't get much worse than what they're doing right now. And he had a huge game last game, so yeah, respect out to that. But
he's not going to win it.
Yeah. But Bo Nix, we got to see what he got to do tonight. If Bo Nix goes off tonight, then yeah, it's very much close one. After Jaden Daniels, what he did this week, yes, they got a bye week coming up. So he gets healthier. We'll see him at the finishing the season. He wants some momentum into the playoffs.
I just think, I'll put it like this. I think your guy will win it, but I think don't be shocked if something happens because I think, again, Drake makes.
So you think Bo Nix will get like a lot of votes? Like the votes will be close?
There's no way he won't. He's the second best quarterback right now.
Hey, offensive rookie.
People could argue, but you could argue for people that like them. They could argue that he's better, but he has less weapons. You could honestly argue that. Like you have Eckler. I don't even know who their running back is. I'm being dead serious. I don't watch Denver, but even I don't watch.
I don't know. All I know is Cortland Sutton. That's it.
Exactly. Cortland Sutton and cross your fingers.
Cortland Sutton and cross your fingers.
Drake May's underrated because we both liked him. The one thing, and we don't like saying, we don't wish people to be bad in their career. We don't wish that, you and I. That's just not who we are. But I want to give you and I a shout out. So far, and I don't like saying this, I really don't. We've been right about Caleb, have we not?
Caleb, yeah, you're right.
We've been right, have we not? We've been spot on. We said he's not going to be good his first year. And everyone called us out. Remember the comments we were getting? We were spot on.
Yeah, we were spot on with that.
I don't like saying that because he's the kid in college is ridiculous. But
yeah, you're right.
You and I saw, we didn't see what everyone else saw. I don't get what people saw. And you and me were kind of going off of the painting the nails thing, the whole ego stuff. To me, and you, I don't know where you stand on this before we get out of here. You know who he reminds me of? Size, arm, all that. He reminds me of a lesser version of Baker Mayfield.
Bo Nix?
No. Yeah. Caleb
too.
Caleb is Bo's taller than Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb reminds me of size-wise, arm strength, and the way that they acted.
I think Caleb
He
needs
reminds me of a
he needs
lesser
Bill
version of
Belichick.
Baker. He's not going to get him though. There's no. If you're, let me ask you a question. If you're a Bill, do you really want to go to the Bears?
But I seen that
No,
you're right.
I saw. Would you think
You're right.
Really
But think about the talent that the Bears have that Bill Belichick has never had. He's never had Keenan. He's had a Randy Moss. We know the guys.
Randy Moss.
Yeah, we know he had Wes Walker, Randy Moss. But most of the time, they had fucking postmen running routes.
Yeah,
No cap.
I'm going to be honest with you. Edelman and Wes Welker are two pretty damn good receivers.
Edelman pretty good in the playoffs.
Welker,
Stats say it. But Edelman wasn't no jump out receiver. A lot of stuff they
could hold their
leadership.
own. He and Welker could hold their own.
But
the one thing I will say, you're right about that with the weapons and all that. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But if you're Bill, would you want to go there? I wouldn't. And it's no shot. I would say I would. That's no shot to them. I just wouldn't do it. That's just me.
Because let's name the teams that need head coaches right quick.
But if you're Bill Belichick, you know this because of history. You know this because your team's done it a lot. What is the number one thing a head coach wants if they're a head coach? Successful at that. They want the quarterback they pick. He didn't pick Caleb.
Yeah, you're right. But everybody has to know as a head coach, with Caleb, you got to know that he's going to be that guy for the team no matter what. Like, you're the head coach that needs to improve him, not come in and get a new head coach. We know it's not like Caleb Williams has been there. He's been horrible, and they're ready to move on from him like Daniel Jones. So you could come in and get rid of the quarterback. No,
this is the same.
Caleb Williams has just been drafted first overall.
To be fair here, though, to play devil's advocate, this is the same Bears team that moved on from Justin Fields when the players all said Fields was better than Caleb.
All right.
I'm not trying to say Caleb won't be special because I think he will be. But I was just trying to say that you and I had said Caleb won't be great this year, and we got called every name in the book. And I think something you said, and people hated you for it because you were spot on. What game did we say ruined Caleb's season and got Eberflus essentially in a roundabout way fired? The Hail Mary game. How do you recover from that? I don't mean to be rude.
Right.
Like I mean it in the most sincere of ways.
And look, after that play, you had the clock run out on Thanksgiving. Yep. You had missed field goal. You had the missed field goal.
It just all spiraled.
I mean this with
all sincerity. If you're a rookie quarterback, how do you think his confidence would be?
Shot. So, like I said, a little bit of news here and there. We cut Emmanuel for first. Yeah. Oh yeah, Trevor. We didn't talk about Trevor.
Azeez Al-Shaair, what are you doing? So,
man, what?
We got to get into that real quick because he's a former Niner player, so I know all about him.
Yeah, you could.
For those who don't know, Trevor Lawrence got knocked silly. They all called it a dirty hit. I don't call it dirty. I call it illegal because everyone called it targeting. Dino and I were actually talking about this off stream. If you watch the play, he didn't target him. He didn't hit him with his helmet. It was forearm to the head. He didn't. Look at that. It's not even helmet. His helmet never touched him. Everyone's like, oh, it was targeting. No, the helmet never touched him. Look at that. His helmet ever hit him?
His forearm definitely hits him, but helmet definitely never hits him. Never hits him.
Everyone I know today, everyone I know, whether it was in class, at lunch, was all like, well, the targeting. I'm like, people.
I think what really knocked him out is the ground. Look at the ground. Look at his head to the ground.
The sudden stop. Yeah.
Yeah. The flick back, the neck whip to the ground. Yeah, fans
For me,
very
yes. Oh,
yeah,
and it
like
turns right at the same time.
very
Watch this.
yeah. Boom.
What is it with? I don't like.
He
Go ahead.
will be suspended, but how many games do y'all think he should be suspended? 1, 2,
I
3.
think he should
How
get.
many? How
he
many?
should get. I'll put it like this: he should get 3. He'll get 1.
I think he should get. I think he should get 1. 3 is kind of a lot.
It's the NFL.
He
They're
sent
gonna,
out an apology on Twitter,
overdo it. I
but
saw. Yeah, I did. See
you got to
that.
step up for your team. I've seen a lot of players get on him. I've seen fans throw shit at him.
The one thing I will say, and you know this, fans are fanatics, so they want their guy to be. They want their guy to be safe. I understand that. This hit shows it perfectly. They're like everyone's like, oh, it was targeting. Like people, their helmets never collided at all. That's the best.
It's just like once you go to the head and neck area, that's kind of the intel that's going to put you out of there.
What do we say, Dino? It was forearm to the head.
Yeah, forearm to the head. Definitely forearm. That's a forearm, not head to head. A lot of people said it was head to head. It wasn't head to head.
We're not,
but
it's not
this
right,
kind of remind me.
Yeah, we're not. But just because I don't want to get Dino. I don't want Dino to be called out on this. We're not saying what happened is right, but it's not targeting.
Yeah, not at all. The elbow kind of took, and like I said, the whiplash to the ground kind of took him out all the way.
That's the scary part.
He does see him coming out here, however you want to call this guy.
Yeah.
He sees him coming, and he slides, and that comes to give the defender, hey, look, I'm going down and giving myself up. So
you could you can claim defenseless. You can claim that, and it's not a bad claim.
Yeah, most definitely. So it's a pretty bad hit right there.
What do you think he'll get? Because I said 3 because the NFL is changing. What do you think? Like, what I know what you said.
I think he should get.
I said.
But the thing is, they made it so hard for defenders.
He should get 3. He'll get 1. He should get 3 though. I think.
Yeah. He'll probably get about 2 or 3. I'm thinking 2. I'm gonna go 2 games because how critical, how horrible it looked. Like once he slid and got popped like that, he was gone. He was out, yo. Like he was.
Yeah, his hand stemmed. Yeah. Again, I don't mean to. I'm not going to get too much into it because Dino knows this, but I'm not going to get much into it personally. But I've had a brain injury before. Dino knows what I'm talking about. We don't need to get much into it. So what he did on the field with his arms there, it's called stimming. The brain is like processing things really fast, and it can't process things right. So your body just does weird right there. That's and that's no more of
it right there.
Yeah, that's stimming. So
yeah, like right here.
That's the part that was scary because that's a potential brain injury right there. That's not something I take lightly. But the one thing I gotta be fair with. Yes, I'm someone who's had a brain injury. I gotta be fair though. How is that targeting? I have to be fair though.
Hey, look, I think it goes up there at the head and neck area, even though it's not helmet to helmet. So they might probably change the call, but it's definitely unnecessary. You see him sliding.
No, take a shot. It's definitely, yes, you're correct. It's definitely unnecessary.
It's definitely a penalty.
Yes,
I think it's a penalty.
But everyone at my school, it was like, well, it's targeting. It's like there was no crown of the helmet. I get where they're saying it, like that angle right there.
Yeah,
that's the best angle we got.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I think Jaguars go on to lose this game without Trevor. You kind of understand it
because you're my touchstone as a football fan here. Doug Peterson, Super Bowl winning coach. Trevor Lawrence has already had a bad year. You're not going to like what I'm going to say. And you might disagree with me. You might agree with me. I don't know. Doug, get another year. They've won a playoff game. When Trevor's been good, they've made the playoffs. I'm being honest here. We both know that. They were down 27-0, came back to win 30-27 over the Chargers. They have a Super Bowl winning coach. Not many teams have that. When they're good, when Trevor's good, they're a playoff team. I don't know about you. I'm keeping Doug on.
I need Travis Hunter.
I agree 100%. Here's the thing. Doug's not the problem. That's where I was getting at. I don't think Doug's the problem. I really don't. What about you?
I'm not sure, but this type of a bad season like this, that could kind of, like I said, that's business wise. But me and you talking, this is me and you talking. Yeah. So for me, I think
Trevor hasn't played good though, to be fair.
Because it doesn't matter. We gotta say to ourselves, what coaches are out there? Okay, will this coach bring in and be even better than Doug and change the trajectory? Okay, say Jim Harbaugh was out there. Yes, I'm getting rid of Doug Peterson. I'm getting Jim. But there's no person out there unless you say, hey, Doug has one.
Andy Reid, yeah, you can get Andy Reid, duh.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some people are like, duh, but and in this situation, because this is gonna be talked about a lot. You got Trevor Lawrence, you got a young team, you got a Super Bowl winning coach in Doug Peterson, yes. But let's go to the guy that has 8 Super Bowl wins, and but Bill Belichick.
To be fair, and I looked at the numbers, this is Trevor Lawrence is having a really bad season this year. Yeah, it's not all on Doug though.
You're not going to win with just Calvin Ridley. Like, I mean, you got some dogs on there. ETN, Calvin Ridley,
Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah. Well, as I say it now, they do got a decent core. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. So why is that's what I'm saying? Like, they got a great coach, Super Bowl winning coach. You got good receivers. Why is Trevor so bad?
Maybe it's defense. They need some dogs on defense.
He doesn't. But I'm saying he doesn't play defense. So why is he so bad?
But
when he's good, they go to the playoffs. We've seen it.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm just confused.
More. We'll see the latest update. I know he'll probably go to IR, probably be out for like 4 weeks.
He has to
because
concussion protocol.
That's a bad hit, and we already seen Eckler go out with a bad hit, so that's probably 4 weeks for the both of them. And then you seen Tua was out for extensive time. So, and honestly, put Trevor out for the season. You're not going anywhere. Y'all want the top pick. Y'all want one of the top picks.
You have Mac Jones as a backup. You have a good backup.
Yeah, you got Mac Jones as a backup.
You have a good backup. Yeah.
Yep. Let Mac Jones just play for the rest of the season. Don't bring your first overall pick back in there, and let's try to get at least a top 5 pick. Get a great wide receiver out of the draft or / corner, Travis Hunter, if you have a chance at him. Yeah. But if you can't get him, there's still a lot of great players up there for you to grab.
Restrepo from Miami,
Lacey, Quaron Lacey.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good receivers out there. The one thing if you're Trevor though is Trevor's a Jag for a while because he just signed a huge extension. But if you're Trevor, man, you gotta play better. He had a bad year this year.
He had a horrible year this year, and remember, he was a guy that didn't really lose games. And even if he plays bad next year,
the college game he lost was his last one. It was against Ohio State.
Yeah, yeah, and now he's been one of the worst teams in the NFL since he's been in there. But will you think they won't move on from Doug? I think business wise, you see the wins, you see the losses. It's time to move on from Doug Peterson.
I just think it's not his fault because when Trevor's been good,
it wasn't Salah's fault. It wasn't Salah's fault.
But here's the thing, though. They didn't break. Here's the thing, though. The Jets are in a different spot. The Jets wanted A-Rod and broke the bank to get him. They'd move heaven and earth for that kid. Trevor Lawrence, yes, he got made $275. If we're being completely true with ourselves and being honest with ourselves, I like T-Law. You like T-Law. He's a religious guy. You and I are both Christians. We're both religious. So is he. He's a good guy, good Christian guy with a wife and a kid on the way, right? Can you look me in the eye and tell me he's worth $275? I can't.
No.
I like Trevor Lawrence. I do. Exactly. He's won a playoff game.
He has Daniel Jones stats. You only got one playoff win. After that, they pay you expensive amount of money for you to do what?
I think Trevor will end up being better than DJ. I really do. I really believe that. But I just think Doug Peterson's not the problem. This is why I say that, because we always talk about Super Bowl and how hard it is to win one of those, right? Yeah. Doug has one. So he knows what it takes to win one. He does. You can't. The one thing with like all these coaches, like, well, you can find a new coach. How many know what it takes to win one? I'm not saying that Doug is a great coach, but he knows what it takes to win one. We've seen that. Your coach, Dan Quinn, has coached in one. My coach has coached in 2 of them. He's lost in both, but he's coached in.
Yeah.
Like, that means something, at least to me. I don't know about you. To me, that means something.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. But I've been on the back end of having a Super Bowl winning coach in Ron Rivera, and that shit didn't work out, and that shit was bad.
He didn't win it. He made it.
Well, yeah, he didn't win it, but he made it. And we thought, hey, look, we got a Super Bowl caliber coach. And yes, he changed the culture, but you didn't change winning. And that's what it comes down to. And Doug Peterson, yes, you won the Super Bowl, but it wasn't with us. It wasn't with the Jags. You won a lot of games, but it wasn't with us. It wasn't with the Jags. And that's what it comes down to. Are you going to win any games for us?
Do you think he could claim, though, when Trevor, like, do you think if you're a Jag fan or you're Doug, right, you could say, look what we can do when this kid plays good, because it's been proven. So exactly. Before we go, so you think he will be gone, but do you think he should be?
I think he should. I think he should be gone.
Really?
I think he should be gone because, like I said, when you have the talent there and then you don't win, I think he should be gone. You're 2, and what's your record? 2-9, 3-9, 2-10.
So let me
and eliminated. You probably eliminated from the playoff.
They're already out. Yeah,
already. They're already out. A lot of teams make coaching changes after the year. Some teams just fire him in the middle of the year, and he's probably one of the cases. Hey, look, we're just going to move on from you after the season. But they got so much money wrapped up in Trevor. Do you want to cut your Doug Peterson, who's probably making 80 mil, 50 mil, and then go pay another coach
and Doug
50 million, 80 million?
Doug wanted the kid. That's why. That was my quarterback thing I was saying earlier. If you're a new coach, the new coach is going to want his guy at quarterback. No, Doug likes Trevor.
Well, we had a good show today. Hey, look, we want to go back and watch some of the segments from today. We talked about the 49ers losing to the Bills in a 35-10. So sad for Niners fans. Sorry, Vance. You want to go back and watch some of us talking about the Washington destroying the Titans, which they should. I'm not going to overhype that game, but for me, it sits well in my heart because we lost to the Cowboys week before. They were a really bad team. Yeah, so by us coming in there running over the Titans, it's good for me. Trevor Lawrence probably out for the rest of the year. Christian McCaffrey probably out for the rest of the year. Steelers let Russ cook. All of that stuff going on.
And before we go, I want to hear from the people in the comments. What are your thoughts on the Azeez Al-Shaair hit?
Yeah, on the hit. How do y'all feel about the hit? Should they be suspended? Should he be suspended?
How many?
What should they do about the people who threw the water bottles on him at the end of the game and started doing that stuff to him? Because think about it, as fans, we feel like that we are all part of the team.
In a way, yeah, absolutely.
So if the team is coming after him fighting on the field, what do you think the fans feel like?
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna say, how do you think the fans feel? Like, I'll give you an example. Dino, this is how good.
So I don't think they should kick him. I don't think they should ban him from the stadium or anything like that. Because they're just as much in it as invested in it as them.
That's real human emotion.
Yep.
And I will say this: you mentioned about how do you think the fans feel? Sorry, excuse me. I'll give you an example. Last year, Super Bowl, my team lost. First one to call me, and he said, and Dino called me and he goes, "You guys played your asses off. They were." It was hard, but it was true. It was hard to hear it, but what Dino said was true. I couldn't dispute it because he was correct. It was hard to hear, but it was right.
No, facts.
Good, they just played better.
They just play better, and sometimes it happens. But we had a good segment today. Y'all stay tuned in to Inside the Lines. We're gonna be back on more.
Yep.
I ain't got no games coming up this weekend. We'll be up. I think we'll be at the Wizards game on Sunday, but I'll still be on stream. We'll be back on stream on Tuesday to talk about the game from today with the Browns. We got to go watch that in just a second so we could talk about that and give y'all a good conversation on Tuesday. Prayers up for Trent. Prayers up for Randy Moss. See, Randy Moss, he has something going on with himself. And prayers up to everybody who prayers up for everybody who's out there battling with the illness. So hey, shout out to everybody who's battling out there. Y'all keep grinding. Y'all keep staying tuned. Without y'all, we wouldn't be on here. Hey, put your comments in the comment section. Even after the video, I respond to all of them. Go check out the videos on my profile on my YouTube, doing trivia at the stadiums. I love y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. God bless.